That might help, huh? Hey guys, so it's been since a long time ago that I last aired, and a lot has been going on, but nothing really, no investigations or anything. I've just kind of been doing maintenance, brainstorming, and those types of things. So no need to air in, let's see, when was the last episode? I think it was maybe Halloween. So November, December, January. 5 months? Yeah. Good news is that you guys haven't forgotten about the show. And you certainly haven't forgotten about me, Paran. As a lot of you have stayed in touch, a lot of you have been sharing your projects with me. A couple of you have even been brainstorming with me for collab ideas, and just helping me kind of plan for a future with Coffee with the Dead. So much thanks to those of you who have stayed in touch and reached out, and for those of you new folks to my little circle who are spitballing ideas and putting up with me through those brainstorming sessions, because I don't know that many of you realize, but this is just me, all me. So I don't have a team of people. I don't have anyone else to do the things for me or with me. It's just me. There, of course, was some help in putting together my lovely background, but I otherwise have just been here on my own, which is cool because I kind of like it that way. I'm so used to it that I don't really work well with others at this point. But I do appreciate those of you who let me at least bounce ideas off of and have some ideas of your own to share with me. That indeed is very cool. Now, to completely contradict what I just said, I am trying a new idea. I am trying to do co-hosted episodes. That is coming up on the 11th. So next weekend, next Sunday, we'll be back on our Sunday schedules after tonight. I'm having Lauren come back. She did a show with me. It was a random spoof show called The Lauren and Mary Show way back last fall sometime. We're going to be hosting together not quite every other weekend, but not every show either. So when she's available, and just to mix it up every now and then, I'll be attempting to work well with another. No, we actually get along good on camera and off camera, so I'm not too worried about having any professional conflicts. But that's coming. The show is going to try a new thing. And also werewolves, me, Spirits Wake, everyone has just been off since really the beginning of November, between it being super freezing cold outside and just nobody really wanting to hang out in the woods when it's 10 degrees, and this COVID nonsense that is hopefully in its last year will be running its course here. Everyone will be vaccinated this year, I hope, fingers crossed, and then hopefully by 22 we can kind of see some normalcies that have been taken away from us coming back, like live music. and ghost investigations. We are still uploading episodes to the Werewolves website and YouTube channel. Curtis streams those pretty much 24/7. There's always a different episode streaming, and it's just the raw camera footage, so definitely go and check that out. And also on Amazon Prime, if you go over there and you just Google Werewolves Amazon Prime, and it comes right up. It is Woofs, like WOOFS, just so y'all, a reminder there. And the link will be in show notes. And hopefully, we got a little batch of cold weather that came through, but hopefully it'll be passing, and we will be going back out here, shortly, sometime this year. We don't have anything planned, but like I said, boost us on Amazon and check out that YouTube channel where Curtis is constantly streaming. And he has his own personal channel too, if you just look him up. I think there's a link to it maybe on Werewolves too, but if not, just look him up. It's Curtis from Werewolves. I also wanted to oh, you know what? Before I get into that, if anyone wants to call in tonight, I do have that Google Voice number open. I know I don't usually get calls, but in case anybody feels like calling, even though I'm not really talking about anything too spooky tonight, at any rate, if someone wants to call in, the number is 443-267-8217. So, yeah, if you have anything show related that you'd like to say or ask, there you go. So it's been really great getting to know my followers during my hibernation period, because I've been, just sitting around online and haven't left the house, and I've, instead been reaching out and getting my social interactions, out of my system virtually, since we are, still very much social distancing and otherwise socially canceled. So it's been cool, also, in a different way, reaching out and still staying social. I have gotten some really great things, also from some friends that I've made. And just as an example, I wanted to show off these really cool earrings that were made for me, custom made. The green is not showing up, probably the way I have my filter set on my camera, but these are actually like a really nice like emerald green, but these are not emerald stones. I don't know if you put it on my white skin. Well, it doesn't really show up, but they are indeed green and come with these nice hooks. It's all, I think this is all brass. And also the ones I'm wearing are same stone but different design, and they're little danglies. So my friend over at Spinal Jewelry on Etsy, he does custom jewelry requests, and we also put together this design. It's very bright lights, but it's kind of hammered in the brass there to make a nice crescent moon for me, and he put a piece of amber right in the middle, so it's super pretty, nifty, and it fits right in my ear holes. And he's really great. He always sends along little extras and things that he has laying around his shop. So I got a chain link bracelet on one time, and then I got when I put together I put together this jewelry order for the danglies, and he surprise sent me that first pair that I showed you. So very awesome. If you check them out, again, the link's going to be in the show notes. and his shop is Spinal Jewelry, and Spinal is all caps, on Etsy. So just go and look him up there. He's a very nice Canadian fellow. And I see spooky wise, I think quite a few of you were able to tune in when we did the Facebook Live investigation of my coworker Aaron's house. That was interesting on doing COVID safe investigation, so I figured out how to do it virtually. So he just video called me on his phone and then went about it normally. He didn't have any equipment with him, but I figured, his cell phone coming through my computer, it's like live monitoring a tape recorder anyway, so I guess, there was like one piece of equipment there, but we didn't pick anything up. It seems like his daughter has something attached to her, so she has been talking about angels and hearing something shush her in her ear. And even his mom, who lives with him in an in-law suite, has said that she's heard the child's toys turning on in the middle of the night, loud enough to wake her up. So, yeah, and that's when the daughter isn't visiting. So I don't know, it seems like the daughter's a trigger for this activity. But at any rate, you can go back and rewatch that investigation on Coffee with Dead's Facebook page. That video is still archived up there if you'd like to check it out. And we also have new support from an old friend. We have friends from Richmond, Virginia, who have just this month moved to Calker City, I think. Is it Calker? Yes, I'm looking at their page now. So, Calker City, Kansas. They've just moved there, and it's Matt Alford from the Red Vein Army and his girlfriend have just opened up. Well, they bought property and are building. The grand opening is this week. I think it's like Thursday, something. I don't know. But he's going to be on the 11th, and we're going to interview him and get all the details on how the grand opening went and, what's going on with him and, what life in Calker City, Kansas is like running an auditorium. It's called Igor's Auditorium and Monster Museum. So if you Google that, if you look it up on Facebook, it goes right to his page. And they are like right across the street from the world's largest ball of twine. So if you're a roadside attractions kind of person, there you go. It'd be right there. So yeah, he will be on the 11th. They got all kinds of really fun stuff right now. I think he said he's working on building an alien habitat. He put installing lights and got a fancy new diagonal striped kind of paint job. It's like those tunnels that, Halloween shows that you go in and they spin and they get you all dizzy. It's like the same pattern, but not spinning. So you will probably still get dizzy, but at least you won't be spinning. Then they got, I think they have a Fiji mermaid. And a lot of like homemade props as well as real finds, real oddities that they have collected, thrown together. So it's going to be a nice oddball mixed up kind of shop. If you've ever been to an auditorium like the one in I know there's one up in Philly. It's all kind of the same thing, but they have a pretty big space here. I'm just kind of scrolling through the pictures, and there's a lot going on. So definitely check them out. Again, that is Igor's Auditorium and Monster Museum in Culver City, Kansas. If you just go on the book face and type in the name, they'll come right up. But also, you know, the link will be in the show notes, as per always. So let's see who's in here. Oh, hey guys. I think that's Keenan. Hi. So yeah, like I said, the number is 443-267-8217. I know I said that really fast, but if you called that and want to call in, go ahead. I am here and trying to think what else spooky is going on. Really, it's just gearing up for the warm weather and getting the you know, getting the group back together and kind of making a plan. So I am still booking for interviews too, if anyone wants to come on, has anything spooky to say. And we will be, I don't know, let's see, what else? I do have sort of important thing going on. I am propagating some plants. So that's been interesting. I've taken up the indoor gardening hobby while on winter break. And I have a little indoor pond where I'm growing water lilies. So that's that. I know this show was really last minute. I think I gave everybody about a half hour heads up that we were broadcasting tonight, so I don't really expect too many of you to come in, and we might not even air the full hour just because, you know, there's no interview and there's no, you know, no huge updates. But would like to point out another great friend of mine that I have made over the winter, Stephen Bishop, or Stefan, rather, is how he spells his name, but whatever. He actually is this band, Thunder Horse, who just put out their new album called Chosen One. And of course I got it in vinyl because you need a giant purple horse with death riding it. And you need it vinyl sized. CD sized were just not enough. And, you know, the back, and it has side 1 and side 2. Super fun. It's on Bandcamp. Again, those links will be down yonder. And we got cool stuff inside when you open it. Obviously there's the record, but you also get a nice insert. Remember album art? Yeah. So we get a little taste of album art, and then the back still has the Thunder Horse logo on it. So they put a lot of work into this, and they put a lot of I'm just reading while I'm trying to talk, bad idea. But they put a lot of work into this, and they did it over quarantine periods, and they released it at number 2 on the charts, so not bad. They Stefan, I'm gonna call him now because his name has a P in it instead of saying Steven. He actually was in this band called Pitbull Daycare that I saw opening for, I don't even remember who, back in early 2000s, and they came through Baltimore. And it was like they put out like one CD and then just disappeared. And then somehow, you know, I don't know, 15 years later or whatever, on the book face, I come across Thunder Horse and realize, oh, it's the Pitbull daycare guy. So, small world, huh? So this is what the album looks like. It's really cool to have vinyl. Like, I know it's starting to be popular and a lot of bands are doing it, so it's not as fun to get a record when it's kind of just really easy to do anymore. But no, it's still fun to get an album. So this is put out on Ripple Music. So yeah, so on the Ripple Music chart, it came out at number 2. And it's a nice black album with the Thunder Horse on there, with the album cover on there. And I was gonna play some of this, but I am... Hey, ℙ𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, how's it going? I don't think I've seen you come in before, so welcome. I was just showing off some things from some of my quarantine supporters. But yeah, I was gonna play some tracks, sample tracks from this, but when I set up tonight, it's like my record player is way over there, and if I were to get up right now to go put this record in, I might not make it back alive. I mean, I'd make it back, but it might just be a whole different kind of para. So, again, big shout out to Thunder Horse and Mr. Bishop and to Spinal Jewelry for, you know, the continued friendship and support during COVID and otherwise not being able to interact, you know. And it's just been nice having some people who let you know that they're looking forward to whenever you get back to doing your little show where you talk to yourself for an hour about dead things. And I do my best to fill an hour, but I mean, okay, so it's been about a half hour already. I might be able to make it. Again, all those links will be in the show notes, so definitely go down and check that out after the show. Some fun little tidbits I wanted to bring up. And again, if you want to call in and have anything spooky of your own to contribute or ask me about, that number is 443-267-8217. Just wanted to, I did a little bit of this on the Facebook Live broadcast Thursday night, maybe? It was recent, I don't remember the exact day though, where I just read a couple folklore stories. It was from the mountain folklore, Appalachian stories. So tonight I thought I would share some stuff that was given to me by a family friend that I think she printed this from, let's see, 9 Scary Places in West Virginia That May Haunt Your Dreams. Cool. Fits the show. I actually may look into a couple of these places to go out and investigate. So I figured I would kind of thumb through them and pick out what sounded good enough to share with y'all tonight. The first one has been the subject of songs. It's been the subject of a couple TV shows like Ghost Hunters, I believe. And I do think that they allow you to come in and stay the night for a paid investigation. This is the 𝕬𝕤𝕤 Lunatic Asylum in Weston, Virginia. So the story with this place, for those of you who maybe haven't heard of it, it says, this creepy yet striking location was built in 1858 and some renovations were made in 1881. It's the largest hand-cut stone masonry building anywhere in America. The supposed rumored ghost story behind it is that there are souls of the insane who passed away there, and though they still haunt the place. Reasons that people were admitted to the asylum include your typical asylum, reasons, like laziness. Clearly you need to be institutionalized if you're lazy. So they got put in a straitjacket and left in a corner to just sit still and get the lazy out of their system. With many, many drugs, I'm sure. Religious enthusiasm. So, perfect around Easter, right? Don't go celebrating the Jeebus too enthusiastically, else you'll get locked up. Having superstitions. And for reasons of birth control. So if you're promiscuous, yeah, that town whore is getting locked up for her mental well-being. So the 𝕬𝕤𝕤 was intended to house about 250 people. But, again, with a lot of asylums from this time period, they ended up in 1950 with over 2,400 patients. So I don't know them numbers too good, but I think that's about almost pretty close to 100% in the 100 times, right? What's 250 times 100? That's 250,000, right? I'm not gonna try to math. I'm just gonna stop. But yeah, it was only built for 250 people and ended up with 2,400 people. So, do you think they had enough staff for the patients? No. They did not hire extra staff. In 1994, the asylum was forced to close, and it has never been reopened as a mental facility, but they do offer regular tours and historical and ghost tours. And in the fall, they open up for a Halloween show, just like Eastern State does it at... Oof, hope y'all didn't hear that. My computer was all like, hello, I have an alert. Oof. But in the... Just like Penhurst Asylum and Eastern State Penitentiary, they also open up for Halloween shows, so 𝕬𝕤𝕤 is another one of them. Oh, that would be fun. Nice little black and white picture just to really make it seem extra creepy, huh? That looks like a dining hall, I guess. I don't know, they don't... It just says who took it, it doesn't say what it is. And then, of course, on this website also, they talked about Mothman. And I figured that poor town has been bombarded with this story. And it's like its own little Roswell down there, so I don't even think there's anything to investigate. I think it's just hyped up, and it'd be cool to see the statue in person. Oh, yeah, okay, I missed the title. I'm just like, oh, there's a very pretty picture. What does this have to do with Mothman? Absolutely nothing. Because it is indeed the third item on the list, which is in Moundsville, West Virginia, and it is the state penitentiary. I thought about this one, and penitentiaries are pretty much guaranteed to creep you out just because of all the anger and things that happen in penitentiaries. This one, let's see, they began construction in 1866, and it operated for over a century, and then they closed it in 1995 because it was, of course, determined to be unfit and inhumane, which makes for like probably 90% haunted. Probably. The prison was the Department of Justice's top 10 list of most violent correctional facilities in the nation. And that was probably due to the fact that they had 85 executions and 9 were electrocutions. And they nicknamed the electric chair Old Sparky because, sure, let's laugh at basically murdering people. The penitentiary is haunted with the souls of the 85 executed and 36 men who were murdered. Yeah, anger and death make for some really good hauntings. That's some strong residual energy. It says, as visitors quietly walk the halls of the prison, some hear disembodied noises, and tour guides tell them that the noises are just the souls of the dead haunting the halls of the prison that they reside in for the remainder of eternity. Yeah, no big deal, you know, just some dead people who are never going to leave. They just hang out here, and don't worry about it. They were horrible murderers, you know, when they were alive, and really nasty people to get locked up in a place like this, but don't worry about it. And you can book a tour during the week on their website. Lovely. So that place perked my interest to see if they would let us do an overnight thing. Next, they got the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park. Now, I have a feeling, I don't see a date when this, well, I see when it was printed out, but I don't see a date for when the, you know, what the website's from. But, like, what date this information was published is what I mean. But I have a feeling the Abandoned Amusement Park is either, like, overgrown now, or because it's on the interwebs, people have found out about it, and it's probably guarded. I don't know if this is the same place that I've always heard of, because I never heard a name with it, but there's a old, no, I do know the name of it. There's abandoned parts of Dutch Wonderland too, but they're guarded. There's some rumor of an old man with a shotgun who chases people. I don't know. But this place, in Lake Shawnee. Okay, this place is apparently, or was whenever this article was printed, was open, and they did allow you to take tours. So this is not the place I was thinking of. This place actually is where a friend of mine was going to go to a bachelorette party, I think it was, and the bride was going to rent. They have campgrounds at this place, and the bride wanted to rent one of the campsites for her bachelorette party and do like a overnight paranormal thing, because they do ghost tours at night, and then during the day they do like historic tours, or you can just like putz around and do whatever. That's this place. And that's why I wanted to look into it, hence it being on the list. So, let's see, Lake Shawnee. They shut down in 1966, and it's just been left to decay. It's supposedly built on Native American burial ground and was the location of a horrible massacre of settlers. It was revealed that 13 bodies, 13. Yeah, I believe that. That's not cliche or anything. Mostly of children, also not cliche, were found in the burial ground. Over the years, several unfortunate events have occurred at the amusement park, such as the death of a little girl and a drowning, which led to a death. This spot can be found in an unincorporated community listed in Google Maps as District 3. That adds to the intrigue. Ooh, District 3, no real address. Why wouldn't they just use the address of the amusement park from back in its operational days? But keep in mind, this site is on private property, and you will want to wait until tours are available to see it. Of course. I see there's someone new watching. The number went up, so I just want to say welcome to whoever you are. Drop a hello in the comments. And if History Underground is still here, I just curious, how'd you find the show? Because it's been so long since I've broadcasted. I'm really surprised to see somebody new. Oh, Melissa, you're the lurker. Very good. The next place on the list is the mummified remains of the insane at Barber County Historical Museum in Philippi, West Virginia. Yeah, Melissa, exactly. Oh gosh, I hope too many people aren't doing that. She says that she was looking for me on Facebook instead of here. Because I've been doing, when I have done broadcasts, I've been doing Facebook Lives instead of doing a whole show. Well, accidental belated April Fools. So this article has a picture of the mummies. And they are in pretty good condition, I'd say. Right? Nice little towels there to cover up their privies, which you can't see on mummies anyway, but you know. And they say, in 1888, a farmer named 𝕬𝕬𝕤 purchased 2 female corpses from the Ts.Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Well, ain't they just neighbors then? This wannabe scientist mummified the bodies with his patented embalming potion, trying to find out the secrets of the pharaohs. That doesn't even make sense. 𝕬𝕬𝕤 was successful, and today the bodies are displayed in glass-topped wooden coffins at the Barber Council Historical Museum. But no ghost story is attached, so I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's cool to see some mummies, but... Yep, moving on. So it didn't make the final cut, but it's on the list of things to review, which have been reviewed, and this has indeed been cut. Let's see. Item 6 on the list is Camden Park in Huntington, West Virginia. It opened in 1903. The Big Dipper, which is, I think, is a roller coaster, installed in 1958, is one of the only wooden roller coasters left of its kind. As if riding this 50-plus-year-old wooden coaster wasn't terrifying enough, the park has a missing page. Yes. So we don't know the story here, but it has something. And then the last line of the article says, spirits. You can visit the park at 5000 Waverly Road, Huntington, West Virginia, 25704. Good story. Very suspenseful. So that one is on the question mark investigate more list because there's a missing page in my printout. Number 7 on my list has a wonderful name. Very original, very creative. Darkish Knob. Darkish Knob has a reputation of being haunted, hence it being on this list. During the years of the Underground Railroad, a small house was tucked under brush and was very well hidden near the base of the hill. It was a place of refuge for runaway slaves. The woods are supposedly haunted with the ghost of the young girl trying to find the house. She was riding her horse and it lost its footing and it fell over the edge of the hill. The girl fell to her death on the rocks that were below, and it is said that she returns on occasion to the hill. I like how vague this is, and this would be really good for werewolves, because this is the kind of, we don't really know the exact details or the exact location, but here's a vague description, and go find the ghost. So this is on the potential list. Number 8 on the list is another one that is requiring more research because there are pages missing. But it is the Lincoln Industrial School for Colored Boys. And it was built in 1924 as a home for delinquent juvenile offenders. It operated for over 30 years. Boys and staff worked on a surrounding farm, which made them self-sufficient. In 1956, the school closed down as a result of Brown versus the Board of Education. There have been many reports of paranormal activity, including people being pushed down the stairs, like full-on poltergeist crap. The picture makes the building look pretty run down. I'm thinking it'd be really cool to maybe camp on the ground instead of, trying to go inside. It doesn't look the safest, and maybe not the healthiest spot to try to stay the night, but put this on try to find a contact list. Now the last place, I found the rest of the pages. I just had my pages in the wrong order. Hold on. Maybe I can figure this out. Anyway, while I try to sort these back together, if you guys have anything you want to contribute, call me or leave a note in chat. Call me at 443-267-8217. Oh, there's the first page. Oh, wow. I had this all messed up. Oh, there's a picture of some local mushrooms. Wow. Alright, hold on. We have been missing out. There's even a little danger shed. Oh, I still don't know what order to put these in. Okay. Yeah, that goes there. Okay. There's many pages on the ℚ𝕚𝕚𝕚 Lunatic Asylum, and then everything else seems to not have as many pages to it. Okay. There's the amusement park. There's the mummy. How about it? I am so prepared. Super prepared. I think. There we go. Lackin'. So that's all we missed was the story of Lackin'. So, okay, it says, Indian burial mounds is what we were looking at. And this is in 𝕬𝕤𝕐, West Virginia. Yeah, I had this one off my list, so I guess I just threw it somewhere, you know, whatever. It's now a tourist site, so this Indian burial mound, it's more interesting than it is terrifying. So to me, it says it's not haunted. It's just that it's a burial mound, so of course it goes into the creepy category. And you can visit it. It's just in the spot 801 Jefferson Avenue in Moundsville, West Virginia. Well, that's all we missed. Not too bad. Okay, the last item or location that I had on here was the Grave Creek Mound Historical Site. That's what I just read to you. That was the name of that place. I guess I didn't have these as out of order as I thought I did. But at any rate, those are supposedly the 9 most not even haunted. Nope, it says the 9 most horrifying places in West Virginia. So pretty interesting stuff. I know Curtis on the werewolves team lives in West Virginia, so he may already be familiar with these places. I haven't ran them by him yet. So, might be some good stuff coming up for the summer. A couple of places that are on my mind there. And that's about it. Again, make sure you check out Thunder Horse. They also have these awesome but hard to see on me tank tops and t-shirts available. And you can get their album either on CD or vinyl. And it's good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Make sure you check out Spinal Jewelry. Spinal is capitalized on Etsy. He does custom jewelry in any size, so you can have the big ears or you can have standard post sizes. He does it all. Make sure you listen to me when I get really annoying and talk about the things that I sell on the side besides doing spooky stuff, because I'm trying to make that side cash to be able to take these trips and do these investigations. So like when I talk about Avera, like join the group, buy some crap, you're funding Coffee with the Dead when you do that, even though I don't mention that, but you are, because I use the money I make from that to do all this stuff and buy all my crap. And yeah, so it's good. It's maybe more beneficial to you to have an actual physical product that you're buying than to become a Patreon. And I do still have my Patreon website, by the way. You can go to patreon.com/CWTD if you'd like to become a Patreon. I am working on ideas of things to put up for my Patreons. So if you already are or are thinking of becoming a Patreon, please message me your ideas of what you would like to see being offered exclusively to you as a paying Patreon, and you know, I'll do something kind of similar. You can also get in touch with me on the book face. You can get in touch with me through email, paraann@cwtd.co. If you want to come on for an interview, that'd be cool. I am booking. I have nothing after April, so I'm booking in May now, May and forward. Anything spooky, if you're an investigator, author, anything creative, artistic wise going on. I know I got some interviews that I would like to do with some bands. I've been talking with a couple musicians who may want to come on and promote their albums. That is always fun. Makes it for a nice little mix-up episode with a little bit of music in there as well, like tonight talking about Thunder Horse. So whatever you got going on that you think I might be interested in, you know, just drop me a line. What else? That's it, I think. Yeah. So it's a little rough episode tonight, but like I said, this is the first one in what, like 5 months? So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. No guests, so just me talking to myself. Alright. Not quite an hour, pretty close to it though. It's 8:52, so pretty good. I'm gonna get going though. Yeah, Melissa, if you can get anything that's been going on in your house recorded, that would be cool. If you want to come on, I know maybe you don't want to do a video, but I can at least, you know, if you just want to call in, just have your voice, I can do an interview with you. But yeah, so I'm gonna get going. Y'all stay in touch, send me messages, buy the crap that I promote because you're supporting the show. And also there is still a Teespring store, so you can get actual Coffee with the Dead t-shirts and fanny packs. I think the fanny packs are the coolest, so they're totally worth it. I know it's expensive, but like the hair in my mouth forever because I have cats. Yeah, buy the crap, even though it's a little pricey. It's worth it because it's good crap, it's good quality, and it's one of a kind, and all that other stuff. So yes, stay in touch, send me messages, whatever. Send me stuff that you think I should look into that maybe would make good subject matter for one of these other, like, I'm gonna talk to myself all night shows, and now I'll research it and make an episode about it, like I was doing last year with like fairies and astral projection and stuff. So alrighty, goodbye, and remember, the veil is thin.